to have them sit. You guys want to sit down right there? Go ahead, sit down. There you go. I know if I was that age, I would want to sit too. So, well, good morning, and thank you for having me here today. I appreciate it, and members of the Henderson City Council. Thank you for attending today. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Principal Lisa Satori, did I say it right? Her faculty and staff and all of these awesome Pinecrest students for welcoming us here today. Who's the coach here? Is there a coach out here? No? Is that your two athletes right there? All right, I'd like to recognize some of the students here today. All of the students in the front here are students that are currently utilizing opportunity scholarships. Round of applause for that. And through these scholarships, these students are able to attend the schools that best meet their needs and the needs of their families. And it's very well known my favor for the Opportunity Scholarship Program here in Clark County and the entire state of Nevada. And that's one of the biggest pushes as part of this Education Accountability Act that we were going through this legislative process. And I think it's important for me to elaborate on that instead of just going through my speaking points because of the success that it brings forward to the kids that are in need in our education environment. Unfortunately, we've had significant pushback in that space, and hopefully through this legislative process and this session, we will have some definitive support going forward in that space, amongst other things. But the most important piece on that is, and I can't express it enough, is how important opportunity scholarships is in part of the process. It's important to have both charter school students and opportunity scholarship students here today because together they represent students who have been given a choice and a voice in their education. And choice is an essential part of my new education legislation, which I'm here to introduce to you today. With that, I am proud to announce the Accountability in Education Act, a bold, comprehensive plan to deliver a promise I made to Nevada students, families, and educators. After delivering the largest investment in K-12 education in Nevada's history, we owe it to our communities to match that investment with real results and real accountability. I am proud of what we've done so far, but let's be clear. We can no longer accept lack of funding as an excuse for chronic underperformance. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mayor, and the emphasis underperformance, because in years past, as you can imagine, the excuses that are given quite often in education is lack of funding. My attempt is to be bold and remove that excuse as part of the process, because it's too easy in education and the curriculum that's provided and ability to make kids career ready or college ready is the funding excuse. And once you take that away, then we start paying attention to actual curriculum and performance and accountability of administrators, both administrators, school boards, and teachers. I said both, it's actually three, right? I went to school. So, I quite often get off topic in my speeches because the passion hits me in what I believe is the most important thing for our citizens here in the state of Nevada, in particular to our kids and our future of our kids. So thank you for your indulgence. That's why I'm introducing the Accountability in Education Act, legislation built on one of the guiding principles. No child in Nevada should be trapped in a failing school because of their zip code. or held back because of how much their parents or guardians earn. Very important piece. This act represents a shift, a serious shift on how we lead and deliver education in our state. For the first time in Nevada's history, we are placing this district-level accountability at the center of our education system. Superintendents and school boards, those with the most power, will now be held directly responsible for students' outcomes, educator support, and overall school performance. If governance is the obstacle, and in some cases it clearly is, this bill gives us the authority to act, to restructure school boards, to transfer schools to local government oversight when needed, and most importantly, to get struggling schools the help they need before it's too late. We're also giving families more access, more options, and more agency than ever before. This legislation includes open enrollment, funding parity for charter schools, expanded school choice for students in persistently low-performing schools, and free access to tutoring programs selected by families themselves. At the heart of every school is a great educator. That is why this bill puts a premium on teaching excellence. Thank you. We are providing incentives for outstanding teachers and school leaders, introducing new credentialing standards for elementary educators, requiring deeper collaboration with Nevada's colleges and educator prep programs because great teaching begins with great preparation. We are also removing unnecessary burdens from teachers. This bill reduces redundant reporting, freeing up time and energy so educators can focus on what they do best, teaching our kids. And we are doubling down on early literacy, expanding our commitment to read by grade 3 and embedding the science of reading across the state. You okay? She's kicking me. I'm sorry, I lost, she made me lose my spot. All right, this bill reduces, well, hold on, here we are. In my 2023 State of the State, I set a clear vision. Every Nevada graduate must be ready for college or a career. That means each student, regardless of background, leaves high school employed in a job that reflects a career path and pays a livable wage. Enlisted in the Armed Forces or ROTC, or enrolled in college or a post-secondary training program without the need for remediation. Career ready. This isn't just a policy goal. This is my commitment to you and to every one of these kids seated here today and throughout our entire districts throughout the state. Because we know what's at stake, the future success of our students, the strength of our communities, and the long-term health of Nevada's economy. But let's be honest, we are not there yet. I told you they had to sit down. Some schools are thriving, but far too many are not. The gap between our highest performing and lowest performing schools is wider than ever. And it is not just a school problem, it's a system problem. We often talk about high expectations for students and teachers. It's time we start holding our systems to the same high expectations. The Accountability in Education Act does just that. This is how we build a stronger and more future-ready education system, not just for some kids, but every kid. It's time we get to work and do it better for our Nevada students. Right, Valeria? With that, I want to introduce a very important person to me, and it should be a very important person to the entire district and the state of Nevada, and that's Dr. Valeria Gurr. And she's going to come forward and say a few words and expound on exactly what we're trying to achieve in the choice space. And she just recently received her PhD, so let's give her a round of applause. Come on, Marie.